We've obviously all seen some messed up things in Apex Legends, and unfortunately a lot of these things are done by individuals that we cannot control. So I know a lot of people in console are good people, a lot of good people on PC as well, and of course I'm sure there's some on the mobile scene, well, of it that used to actually exist. However, there's always a few bad apples that ruin the whole bunch and give a bad reputation, and today we're talking about a big problem happening in the console scene right now for Apex Legends that needs to be talked about. So of course, if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends news related, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and dive right into today's news. First thing I wanted to make mention of, I thought this was funny. A lot of people have been basically saying that you can look back at all of Apex Legends history and we can mark it down to a very specific time. Of course, this is just a troll. Of course, it's just memes, but I feel like it honestly can be said to be the truth. Apex in general has gone down, I would say this year. 2023 has been not necessarily the best of years for Apex Legends, unless you consider season 16. That was a lot of monetary events for Apex, and of course EA loved season 16. However, other than that, they've kind of like admitted that all of their revenue has gone down, that none of the seasons for Apex seem to be that successful, or at least compared to what it used to be. And just for the sake of jokes, Alpha Intel pinpointed it back to when the wingman was changed from heavy weapon to sniper weapon, saying don't ask why, but nothing was the same after this moment. And I honestly feel like this is probably true. When do you think the specific moment was when Apex started to take this little downward spiral that it's in right now? And I gotta say, I do think Apex is gonna be just fine, and I do think that it's okay right now. I don't think it's gonna like die or anything, but I just think in general, when you look back to like some of the old days, there were some definite better and brighter days in the past. But you also can't neglect the fact that there are some things that they've implemented in old seasons that if they were not around today, it would be probably even worse. Yesterday, I was actually able to play some 3v3s and like just go into a private match and like just fairly 3v3 some of these teams, and it was actually so much fun. The fact that we have that privilege is honestly really neat, and I would be really torn apart if we didn't have customs anymore. Although I'm not giving them an excuse, things don't stop there. Of course, they should continue to progress, and that's why you need to be subscribed with a notification bell on so that you can stay up to date when things do progress. Just thought that was an interesting concept though, of thinking like, when did Apex really start to kind of take this change from going to decent to maybe not so decent? Why has EA admitted that the last couple of seasons haven't been good? Well, there's one reason for sure I know this is happening, and unfortunately it's not just like Apex in general. I've actually not really seen this problem in Apex and any other platform other than just console. This is Apex Predator console players, and this is what the top ranks are doing over on that platform. So the same way a couple of days ago we exposed the #1 Apex Predator, and this was coming from his Watson, now he's gone on to show that there's a new viral clip of other players, and this is specific to the console platform, of these guys what's called 9-manning. They're literally teaming up, and instead of 3v3ing squads, they're literally 9v3ing squads. So they make it to the end game and then just get as much KP as possible on each other, and that way they're boosting themselves up into Apex Predator. I can no longer find the tweet I was looking for, but earlier the day I actually saw a retweet, and it was basically saying that this person came from console, they're now playing on PC. I want to say it was an Apex Pro, but like I said, I couldn't find it, and they said this was completely normal. Everybody's doing this in console apparently, and this is very common. Personally, I've never seen this in PC. I don't see this actually happen very often, or at least if it has happened, it's very rare for me. But this is apparently very normal in console, and obviously this is a big problem, because if you have multiple top players that are all like there on a bad reason, they're not necessarily like legit, then of course, well, that is a big problem to worry about, especially when Respawn doesn't seem to do anything about it. One of the biggest problems that we noticed from this #1 Apex Predator exposure was the fact that there was a big issue, the fact that this guy was banned already and was allowed to come back and play again. He was actually banned multiple times according to a lot of pro players and according to his Watson as well, but only one time we know for sure that is on record, or at least public records that were like websites that were tracking his account. Another Apex content creator by the name of Scrappy had said the same thing. Takeaways from this #1 facilitator story was the fact that punishments for cheating need to be indefinite. We need to stop banning people temporarily and just see if they change and become better people. Just technically ban them for life and don't let them come back. #2, we need more communication from the security department. Like, I haven't really heard anything, and I could be wrong, maybe I'm missing something, but I've not seen any developers comment on the His Watson post regarding these 9-man stack teams in Apex Predator console. We need more communication on what's going on and to see if these guys were banned, if you're looking into it, what's going to happen. And also, there are many people, he says, that cheat consistently on stream and gain high ranks, and then we'll never know about these as well. Look at the history of Apex. Facilitator should have never been allowed back. Even if the quote ban wave, there are too many cheaters at large. We cannot have longevity if the cheater issue is not resolved, including, he says, strike packs, Zims, Zens, wall hacks, aimbots, etc. What's wild is someone commenting saying Zens aren't the problem, it's the wall hack and aimbot that is. Like, that just sounds like you just ratted yourself out. So since everyone on Twitter apparently that is on console says that this is a normal thing to happen over there. Let me know if you guys can attest to this. Is this something that happens very common? You guys see a lot of people on console cheating? Is it very common for people to use like Cronus's and stuff, or is that not necessarily true? How about people stacking in all of this? Obviously, we've seen it on Twitter, but I want to hear from you guys that play on console because I know a lot of you that watch are on that platform as well. So if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends news related, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is going to keep you up to date with all things updates, leaks, drama, everything in the news. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until next time, take care of yourselves by clicking on this video made by my editor, Novell. It is absolutely amazing. Trust me, you will enjoy it. And I'll see you all later, Gators.